Good morning and welcome to Breathing for Life. This morning I am joined by Renaud. Welcome back, Renaud.
Hi, Susie. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
Good. So this morning we were just talking for a few minutes before the show started, and we were talking about sleeping and how sometimes we just don't sleep, and how I'd done that stupid thing last night where I was probably on my phone for about 4 hours before I went to bed, blue lights flashing, and I couldn't sleep properly. So we were talking about how breathing can help you to sleep properly.
Yeah, well, it's true. It's a common thing that many people, I think most people actually stay on their phones or watch TV or are on the computer before falling asleep. That's a big thing. I didn't need that when I was a child to have trouble falling asleep, but that was a different story. But no, nowadays, it's mostly the screens. And one of first, before even breathing, what people can do is put the phones away. I don't even have my phone in the same room as my bedroom. That would be one thing. But then breathing, the thing is that, so you have those blue lights that boost alertness and keeps you awake. So there are some good things like helping with memory and cognitive functions, etc. But it also messes up with your body's ability to prepare to fall asleep. And so it blocks melatonin, and melatonin is what helps the body regulate the sleep-wake cycle. So what can help is breathing properly. So you have first some calming down that you can do in some normal mindful breathing, something that we will do a bit later on today. And also by adding up some oxygen, so it helps boost basically serotonin and melatonin in the body. So meditation is great for that as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned blue light. So would
Mm.
you just have no lights in your bedroom, or like no
Well,
phones?
I do have lights.
Mm.
I actually just turn on candlelight in the evening. I have a normal light,
Mm.
like most humans, but I do have a candle as well. So I switch off, pretty much have the candle. I do also have. I'm guilty of having TV, but
Mm.
it's more sometimes for the sounds I like, or the computer near the bed just to play sounds. That's also what helps falling asleep. I used to play some relaxing music as well to fall asleep. White noise is brilliant music wise to fall asleep. Used a lot with babies to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Huge, works with adults as well.
I don't, for some reason, I don't really like the white noise where it's water. I'm just
Yeah,
not, I'm not a massive fan of the water ones. I don't know why it stresses me out, and it's meant to calm you down, but you know the ones that are like the washing machine for babies, those apps are good actually.
makes you want to go to the toilets as well.
Yeah.
To go. But yeah, no, apart from that, other just like sound. I love handpan, the instrument handpan or hang drum. That's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Uh, I love that as a sound. It helps a lot
Mm.
to fall asleep.
Or I sometimes use singing bowls or
Mm,
binaural beats as well.
mm. So it depends on the people, but like there are different things, but definitely breathing helps you fall asleep. I mean, because when you do a bit of like, even if you take like 10, 15 minutes either to meditate or do some mindful breathing, first doing some mindful breathing, for example, on breathing meditation, otherwise, it helps you focus on something and remove all the distractions that you may have from the day, work, everyday life stuff. So at least you're focused on your breath, you're basically like closing the door to everything that happened during the day and focusing on the present. And what I would tend to do also is um, basically breathe normally, focus on my breath, and slowly slow down my breath as well. So I'm focused on my breath, I'm focused on slowing down. It calms me down as well. It brings up the melatonin as well. Humming also can help. Um, so basically, so it will, I mean, it will help bring up the melatonin and serotonin that we need to fall asleep, and having proper oxygen in the body. Just like same as what do we do in the morning to start in a positive way, uh,
Mm.
ending the day on a positive note with breathing properly, that focus on yourself. We always talk about if you want to be successful in life, all those big billionaires have those morning routines and all. Morning routines are great, but evening routines are great as well, because like putting the phones away, the computers and all that, um, a few minutes, half an hour before you go to sleep or whenever you go to sleep, and then you read a book, then you spend a bit of time focusing on your breath, slowing down your breath, shutting the door to all the thoughts from the day or from what happened, and just focus on yourself a little bit. That's some of the best thing you can do to fall asleep, pretty much.
It's really interesting when you just said that billionaire thing. I saw a quote yesterday where it was saying if if monkeys if monkeys hoarded bananas when loads of other monkeys were starving, we
Mm.
study them. Whereas if a human does it, we put them on the cover of Forbes magazine.
Yeah.
I got there eventually about what I was saying. So with the humming, is like I've tried it before. What does that do? Because you can kind of feel it vibrating across your face. Is that relaxing you or?
Yeah, humming. Well, we had last week on this, there was a Soma breath instructor, for example, who did a lot of humming, and we'll do a little bit today, and but we'll do we'll add it on top of the breathing. But so basically humming. So we have that gas called nitric oxide that is used to help with pneumonia or SARS or anything with problems with the lungs, and it was used as well. I think I think they used it. They tried it to help patients with COVID.
Mhm.
They used it as well. So we produce. It can be external, but we can produce it as well. So when we breathe through the nose, it produces nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas that, sorry, that is a vasodilator. And so it helps your blood flow and the oxygen to flow through your body more naturally. But when we hum, so it's also an anti-inflammatory as well. And it has a couple of functions. It's actually a brilliant thing. There are some studies from 2002, 2003 that were done, and probably some more since. But when we hum, it multiplies that production of nitric oxide by 15.
Mhm.
So if you were to do that like 5 minutes in a day, that also will help relaxation.
Yeah.
If your blood vessels are just like more dilated, the blood is flowing more properly. It's not blocked as much. You have more oxygen also that you're producing, more of that gas that you're producing, and it's relaxing. You don't ask um, for your heart to pump even more. You just relax and you're feeling good. And you were talking about the monkeys, but
Mm.
I'm also studying my dog. He's closer. I don't have a monkey, so I look at my dog.
Yeah.
But just the way he breathes. So it's one of the actually only one of the rare mammals who actually uses the mouth a lot. But when do they use the mouth to breathe? Is when they are too hot,
Mm.
or when they are, um, yeah, exercising.
Mm.
But otherwise, they use the nose, and And what's brilliant about him is that he falls asleep like that. I wish I could do the same, but
Same.
I need to focus on my breath. But I just think animals, you mentioned monkeys, and look at my dog, is that they don't need to have all the knowledge. They follow, they listen to their body pretty much. It's our own way of interpreting things, but they feel it. They feel what's inside. They feel what's happening
Mm.
in the body, and just they adapt to the situation. And that's what I try to do. I haven't started barking yet, but I try to follow my dog's example.
Yeah, because they're so connected to their bodies and themselves because they're
Yeah.
not distracted by anything else. So with that, I think we're gonna go over to the Breathing for Life page. If anybody hasn't already signed up, the box is there now with the instructions on how to do it, and I'll hand it over to you, Renaud, to do the demonstration.
Thank you. So everyone, I hope everyone's doing well today. Almost getting close to the end of the week, and but let's make it anyway another great day, as good as possible. So what we'll focus